So while I'm waiting for your questions and topics that you want me to talk about, firstly, I need to announce to you that Life After Divorce, the program for people that have gone through a broken marriage, is happening on December 14th. That's in some weeks. But the early bird offer is going to end on Wednesday, I think. Yes, so you are stuck, you've gone through a broken marriage or a divorce, or you are still navigating it, you are tired, you don't know how to go ahead, you don't know where to go, you don't know, you are still fighting, custody battle, legal issues, moving on, dating after a broken marriage, blended family, child custody, healing from an abusive marriage, and so many other things. That's what we're going to be talking about at that program. It's a one-day program, and it's on December 14th. And me and two other people, I'm going to have a lawyer, Lagos divorce lawyer. That's his name. His specialty is divorce. You understand? So, and it helps you get the best deal. He's going to be there at that event. He's going to be speaking about child custody, adultery after marriage, a lot of things. You understand? All those legal questions that you have. You get what I mean? So please do not hesitate to, if you've gone through a broken marriage, And then I have another coach, Coach Jola Grace Emmanuel. She was married for over 16 years and was abused, but now she's out of it. She was married to a very popular pastor, but she's out of it today. She's thriving, doing well, and now she's a coach and a therapist. She's helping other people heal. So she's going to be talking to us on December 14th about how to heal from abuse, abusive relationships, abusive marriage, how to move on and stuff like that. Then I will be talking to you about healing. How do you heal from a broken marriage? How do you move on? Dating after a broken marriage, you understand? Then do you want to remarry? Do you want to have a blended family, or you find yourself in a blended family? Good night, sweetheart. You understand? You find yourself in a blended family, how to navigate all those issues. You understand? So that is what I am going to be talking about. So it's going to be an all-day program. It's from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. West African time. So if you have been through a broken marriage or divorced, but you find it difficult to move on, you have so many issues, so many questions, co-parenting, you're dealing with a toxic ex, moving on is quite a problem for you, please sign up for Life After Divorce program happening on December 14th. And the early bird of 100,000 or $72 is ending on Wednesday. That's November 20th. All right. After that, it goes back to 150,000, or I think is that $108, Steve? I can't remember. But it's 150,000 naira in Nigeria, in naira. I forgot the dollar equivalent. Okay, so guys, hit me with your questions. What questions do you have? Okay, so I was at this event last weekend, and it was so refreshing. It was such a refreshing. It was a conference, $108. Thank you. It was a conference, but man, it was called The Blueprint of How by from Apple, and it was, I don't even know. It was better experienced than imagined. And I've gone to conferences, I've gone to boot camps, I've gone to programs, leadership conference, this one, that one, and all you do is training. People will come together, okay, tell you this, tell you that. But for the first time, it was an experience. You get different facets of life. And I think one of the most beautiful period for me was on Saturday night. We had what we call a bonfire. And oh my goodness, I have never seen such a sight in my whole life, where she asked people. We had over 150 people at the conference. So at that bonfire, it was in a bush. We went far in Abuja to Kuje, Almat Farms, And we all sat around the fire, a bonfire, and she said, do you have, some of you here, you have burdens that you're carrying that is too heavy for you and you want to drop them? Try. Ladies and gentlemen. And people started picking the mics and talking about so many things. The cry in that room that day, it's my own job, so I'm used to it. The crying, the hugging, and then she said, write it down in a piece of paper and then throw it in the fire. I can't begin to explain to you what our experience was, but what I took out of that is that I've always known anyway, but being in a room full of strangers and them sharing still confirmed what I've always known. A lot of people are going through shit. A lot of people are in pain. People who look beautiful, people who wear nice clothes, nice cologne, nice perfume, people who seem to look like they have everything going on for them. People are going through shit. Shit. I need to use that word. People are going through crazy, crazy stuff. Stuff that you would hear and you'd be like, oh my God. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you something. If you keep covering your pain, which we all do, if you keep covering your pain, let me tell you what's going to happen. You're going to die emotionally. You know me now, I always tell you the truth. You're going to die emotionally. You know that you are in a terrible state, but you keep covering it. You keep, making it as if, oh, I'm good. I'm fine. I'm good. That's what we say. Hi, Ifeanyi. Oh, I'm good. How you doing? And then you smile. But you are going through what can kill you. Find help. Look for help, because you don't know how long you have to live on earth. You don't know how long. You don't know how long. You don't want to die without being, living a fulfilling life. I remember one of the things DDK said at the WOMS conference is that it is a sin for you not to heal from your trauma. Why? Because one, you are depriving yourself of stepping into a fulfilling life that God has programmed for you. Let me explain what that means. If you're traumatized, you cannot vision, you can't have vision. The vision of tomorrow will be bleak. And when you were sent to this earth, you were sent to be happy, to live a fulfilling life, number one. And then two, to help others by shining your light. You don't have to, it's not everybody that will be therapists, that will be counselors, that will be, no. Some of you, what you need to do is just to live your life to the fullest. And then people get inspired by that. When I'm doing the healing school, there's a module we get to module 5. After, all the healing, and then I ask people, what are your studies? What are your goals for the next, I think 5 to 10 years? I think we normally do 5 years. And then I'll say, mention 3 people, that you admire their lives, their journey, and you want to, model. Tell me what you like about them. And then what do you want to pick that you will start adopting into your own life? And people mention names of people that are not even doing anything actively to mentor people. But people are inspired by the fact that this person is living a fulfilling life. This person, for instance, let me mention maybe a Funke Akindele, for instance. People, she doesn't need to tell you that, don't worry, you can make it. Don't worry, even if you come from poverty. But the fact that she's living a life and she's crushing it. She's making billions in box office. You get, and she's making movies back to back every week. I said every week, every year, that is making sense, that is grossing a lot of money. That alone is inspiring to some people. That alone is giving people hope. Is giving people, something to aspire to, aspire for. That is what God has created all of us for. You don't have to be a coach. You don't have to be a counselor. You don't have to be a therapist. That alone, that thing that she's doing, is her purpose in life. And she's fulfilling her purpose. She's fulfilling what God has sent her to do. But if she's traumatized, if she's, she's divorced and then she can't move on from it, she will not be able to create properly. She will not be able to see vision of future. She won't. So you are listening to me and watching me today, what is that thing that God has created you for? To flourish in, to shine in, yet you can't do it. Why? Nigeria. I don't know. What will people say? I can't do this time of war. I can't do this time. My parents don't support me. My husband don't support me. My wife don't support me. I don't have money. You give all the 1 billion excuses. Or, some of you, the reason why you cannot fulfill purpose is, my dad raped me when I was young. My ex-girlfriend betrayed me. And then you stopped living. You are just moving. You are just existing. If this is you, you are in error. You are committing sin. Let me just tell you. Why? Because your life, the fact that you have life, is for a reason. The fact that you were born to this earth is for a reason. And that reason is to shine. That reason is to find your path, find your purpose, live it and shine with it. Why? Number one, so that you live a very fulfilling life, purposeful life, a very good life, number one. Then number two, so that you give other people behind you permission to be. So are you doing that? Are you living a life of inspiration? Are you living a life where you inspire anyone? Where people are like, oh, wow, the fact that, Esther is living this way, the fact that she, the way she's dedicated to her shoemaking, she's just crushing it. She's, she's doing it this way. She's exporting it out of Africa. She's doing this, she's doing that. She doesn't give up. Even when things try to sabotage her, when she doesn't have enough money, she does other things to be able to create money, to be able to do her shoemaking business. What are you doing? What life are you living that is inspiring to anyone? If you are not living a life like this, you are in error. And I don't care what you do. It could be a PA. It could be a secretary. It could be, I don't know, whatever. What jobs do you guys do? Hi, Florence. It could be any job. But are you living or doing that job, living an inspiring life? Are you inspiring other people? That's a question. Are you, first of all, that life that you are living, that job that you're on, that purpose, are you fulfilling your purpose? Are you on your path? Because some people are out of alignment. I had a conversation, I had a series of conversations over the weekend. And, someone was telling me about alignment, how she has been out of alignment, how she was doing well in her office. She said it. She said, I was one of the most reliable staff. I was doing excellently well. But inside of me, I know that that's not what I'm supposed to do. But, I need the extra cash. I need this, I need that. And then you are out of alignment. Let me tell you what will happen when you are out of alignment. As time goes on, you fall into depression. You fall into depression, you get tired, you get frustrated. You know, some people can even be making money. Do you know a lot of people are like that? They're making money. It's not like they're not making money. You know, Nigerians, and somebody said they are depressed, Nigerians will say, it's no now because the person don't get money. You get some kind of money where you go get, you don't go feel depressed. It's a lie. Depression does not know money. That is why you see some people addicted to sex. Some people addicted to drugs. Some people addicted to alcohol. Some people addicted to work. A lot of things to be addicted to. Why? Because they are out of alignment. You are not supposed to be where you are. You're supposed to, maybe where you are now is where you ought to have been 10 years ago. You ought to have left. Some people don't know that also. You need to be sensitive to times and seasons. If you are not a sensitive person to times and seasons, you will become irrelevant very fast. You will get depressed, you'll get stuck, you'll be out of sync. When something starts impressing on your heart, leave this job. Go and get another one. Go and do one interview. Go and start doing things by the side. Go and start doing this. Julie, it's time for you to go and do this now. But fear have killed you. Trauma. No, I can't go. My last job, my boss was, she hated me. So I cannot go. I don't know what is out there for me. You will remain small. You will remain small. Do you want to remain small? And you know, I always say this every time. It's now how many days is today like this? Today is November what, 18th. So you start counting 50 days to the end of the year. God of last minute, God of 11 hour, all those things. You're just stressing yourself. Why? Because God is a God of process. A lot of Nigerians are like that. We don't plan. You know, we don't plan. We don't do anything. We're just waiting for God to come down and just favor. God bless me. God favor me. What are you doing to earn this? Faris Sam Signature says, how does a woman add value to one's life without information or guidance? I don't understand that question. How you go and get information or guidance? Abi, what are you saying? Maybe you need to rephrase it. How do you add value? You cannot add value without information or guidance. So if you don't have information or guidance, you go and look for it. Do you understand? Maybe rephrase the question in case I'm not getting, you properly. So what is your plan for 2025? Don't wait till December 31st to create it. Don't wait till January 1 to create it. I just watched the video just 5 minutes before I came here, and she said, imagine that today is December 31st, 2025. Not 2024. 2025. And you are telling your friend, man, this is the best year of my life. I am so excited. All my dreams came true. This is the best year of my life. You are in an excitement state. She said, so what needs to happen for you to be able to say that in December 2025? That is how to set goals. What will get you in that state of mind? What is that thing that will get you when it is, let's assume today is December 31st, 2025. I'm going to repeat it again. And then you look at your friend and you're like, man, this is my best year ever. I am so excited that, this year happened because all my dreams came true. Everything I wanted came to pass. So what needs to happen? I want somebody to write it in the comment section. For you, what needs to happen for you to be able to say that? That's how to set your goal. For me, I need to be able to have said, oh, our group of companies this year earned, we got in money of about 1 billion naira. Yeah. Look at how specific that is. So what will I do now? I will now write December 2025. I want to earn or make 1 billion naira. That's how to set goals. Don't just sit down and say, what can I write for next year? So what needs to happen by December 31st, 2025 that will make you say, oh my goodness, this is the best year of my life? What needs to happen? What? For some of you, you need to say, oh, because I had twins, I had a baby. You know, I had a boy, I had a girl, I had a baby. Then write it down. That's a goal. You start from the end and then you walk your way back to the beginning. That's how it's done. What needs to happen by December 31st, 2025 for you to say, this is the best year of my life? For some of you, is to say, I stop thinking bad thoughts. I'm free from negative thoughts. Then that is a goal. Write it down. By December 20, by next year, I've gotten rid of negative thoughts. And then you now start working towards it. I want people to, why my people not respond this night? Please tell me in the comment section. What needs to happen? What needs to happen by December 31st, 2025 that will make you say, I have had the best year? This year, God has been great. God has been awesome to me. God has blessed me. This was my year. Like 2025 was my year. 2025, I crushed, like, gosh. By the way, I remember last year, December 31st, 2023. And when I was seeing people's statuses or Instagram posts, you know, people post, you know, this year, man, it was hard, it was difficult, but I have my life. God helped me, God saved me. In my head that day, I can't remember if I ever wrote it on my status, but I wrote on my status, December 31st. I think I wrote it. Remember where I was in Ghana. December 31st, 2023, I wrote, this was my best year ever since I have been born. Ever. And why? There were some things that I wanted to happen. They happened. Okay. Cecilia Nangolo says, talking about the mind, I thank God because he has really truly touched my mind. I am free. I was an overthinker, but today, 2024 November, I rejoice because I'm free, mentally speaking. Good. Congratulations. Well done. Ifeanyi says, I need a great change, especially new job by December 2025. Job where? New job where, Ifeanyi? That's how to be specific. You remember I taught you guys weeks ago, you know, when you want to write goals, be specific. The law of specificity, I cannot overemphasize it. Specificity. I need a great change, especially new job by December, you know, so maybe not December 2025, by 2025, so such that by December 31st, 2025, you can say, this year was my best year. Why? Because I got a new job. Where? That's how to set goals. Don't just say new job. New job where? Then doing what? Write it down. Visualize it. Some of you, what needs to happen by 2025 December 31st for you to say, oh, this was my best year, is that, oh, I got married to a very wonderful woman. Write it down. What that woman, what does it entail? What does she have? Stella says, I have grown in leaps and bounds in my mental, emotional, and financial life. I am now living and fulfilling my God-given purpose of reaching countless women and helping them restore their purpose. Okay, this is fine. But Stella, it is still vague. You know, mental and emotional and financial life. Financial life means how much. Don't just say financial life. How much have I made by 31st December 2025? You understand? Reaching countless women is vague. Women, how many? Put a number. And where are they? In which countries? In which states? How? That is how to set goals. That is why a lot of people don't get what they want from life, because they are just vague. They go with the flow. I've told you guys, I never live my life like that. Me, God forbid. Every morning, 4 a.m., I pray, I meditate, I read my Bible, I read my goals to myself. I have it on my phone. I have it here in my office, in the on my vision board. I have it in a book. I read those 3 places every day. Why? Then your mind begins to, you understand, work towards it, because you are putting it in your subconscious mind. And it is very specific. I don't write vague things to reach countless women. No. Try. If not, at this phone, I would have read. Let me see if I can read one that I wrote some months ago, so that you guys will understand what I'm talking about. Let me see, because most of them are on this phone that I'm using. But let me see this phone too. Let me check if there's one in this phone. Most of them are on this phone. So, but I was looking for, I don't have them here. Okay, I found one that I wrote early this year. Number 1, 15 million naira monthly for Lara Kudaisi International. Can you see? Monthly. I wrote the amount. 2 million naira monthly for LKI Talent Management. That's another company. Specificity. 3, 70K Instagram followers. Can you see that I'm very detailed and specific about it? I don't just say on social media I want visibility. No. Vague. Very vague. You understand? 50K subscribers on YouTube. Can you see? Specificity. 30K followers on Facebook. Specificity. Launching of NGO. The WOMS conference. Trip outside the country in December. New office, duplex. Specificity. And this one, I just wrote them down. They are more detailed on this phone, where I wrote A, B, C, under. Specificity, write exactly what you want. I read it to myself every morning. There's no way it would not happen. Why? Because I'm obeying the law of nature. You know, and the law of nature is biblical. Write the vision, make it plain, so that he who reads it may run. So that he that runs, so that he that reads it may run. Write the vision. Make it plain. Make it specific. Read it. I read it to myself every morning. Every morning. I don't take it for granted that, I beg, I don't tire today, I beg. If I forget in the morning, I don't even forget. Maybe for instance, I was away on a conference and we had to, because it was one of those days we had to leave the hotel 6 a.m. Oh my God, that was very chaotic. But before, I couldn't do all my ritual in that morning. But when I got back home late at night, I did them. Sote husband. That's how I used to write it back then when I was ready to get married. I wrote it, the kind of husband I wanted. I described him. A kingdom man. Tall. I don't write facial. Or I don't even write tall. But I wrote kingdom man, has been a father before. I've had kids, because I don't want somebody that I've never been a father before. I really want to be teaching you, then you don't know how to be a father to my kids. Though I wrote it as specific as that. I wrote it, somebody that is, you know, interested in therapy. I wrote it there. It's either the person is already going to therapy or they are interested in therapy. I wrote it when I wanted to get married. So you have to be specific. A lot of people are not specific, but you want God to bless you. God of 11th hour. God of, you know, God that never fails. You now start seeing, you know, this year must not pass me by. It has passed you by. Why? Because you have not prepared. You didn't prepare for it. You weren't specific about it, about what you wanted. You just wrote, make more money by 2024. What is more money? More money can be 1,000 extra. Is that not more money? Get a new job. Where? Doing what? And how much do you want to start earning at that new job? Write it down. Those are the things you write, those specificity. I wish I could find, but that one is on this phone. It's going to disrupt the life. I wish I could read another one to you. Very, very specific goals. Very specific goals. Then you'll not be saying, some people are lucky. God loves some people. Oh, hey, Jesus. Must see that woman. God loves her. You don't know what that woman is doing. You don't know. Because, I remember when I got married, last year, April, a lot of people, oh my God, God loves you. You are such a God. Amen. Because some people, because God loves me. Yes, that is not a contest. It's not a subject for contention. But God loves you too. But do you know what I'm doing? Do you know what I have done and I'm still doing that is different from yours? That woman that you admire, that man that you admire, that you adore, oh God, she's just lucky. She's not lucky. She's not. When you write these goals down, you read them to yourself every day. 1, 2, let me tell you what's going to happen to you. You start getting visions or hearing conversations of opportunities of how those things will happen. That's what happens to me. Somebody will just mention it around me, or maybe I'll just see it on Instagram. You just see it. That's how the subconscious works. I am teaching you how to get your goals subconsciously. You will just start getting, your mind will start mapping out ways for making that thing happen. It will just start happening. You will meet men, women, randomly, like as accidents. That's how. You not say, oh, she's lucky. No, bruh. And then 3, you prepare for what you want. You just don't write something and go and sleep. If it happens, it happens. If it's God's will, it will happen. No, you prepare for it. You start preparing for it. Okay, so by this time next year, I'm going to be married. Okay, so then I need to start behaving this way. I need to start preparing. It means that let me quickly finish. I need to get another job, or I need to start creating time. I'm telling you, that was what I did. I didn't have a boyfriend, though. I didn't have a man, nobody. But I was already preparing for it. I'll tell myself, I'm going to get married soon. Okay, so I need to start preparing for it. I need to start dressing this way. I need to start cutting out my hours. I need to stop, behaving in some certain way. I need to cut out from some friend. I'm telling you, I was preparing for it. Why? Because I was expecting it. A lot of people don't expect it. You write it down, but you're like, my too big. Enough, yeah. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. But when you expect it, then you start preparing for it. It's going to happen. I remember, it's not even I remember, most of the programs I've done, most of the things I've created, I step into it, preparing for it. The money will come and meet me while I'm preparing for it. That's how. If you are waiting for money before you do anything, you will not do anything. Trust me. Nothing. You will be stuck like this. You will be on one level for the next 5 years, 10 years. You'll be complaining, Nigeria is hard to economy. T-pain. No, this life. If you escape with your life like this in 2024, you have tried, Some people have died this year. Some people like this cannot eat. Those things are true, I know. But what about some people that did a lot? What about some people that did a lot of numbers? I'm not even asking you to even compare yourself to anybody. But what about you? Compare yourself to yourself. Where were you last year? Are you still in the same place? What have you done differently? What have you achieved that is inspiring to yourself? Because you need to inspire yourself first before you inspire somebody else. Because me, I inspire myself. When I sit down, look at this year alone. I'm like, girl, look at all you have achieved this year alone. Oh my goodness. You're not small, oh, Lara. I tell myself that. Hey, you are a nation, Lara. Yeah. And then I now thank God. Because God, thank you. Thank you for giving me good health to be able to even, do all of these things. Thank you for creating me safe. God, thank you for giving me sound mind to be able to do this thing. Because if I don't have that sound mind, will I have time? They'll be carrying me up and down. But you need to inspire yourself first. Are you living a life that is inspiring to yourself? Or you are just coasting? Just going with the flow? Just giving excuses like everybody else? I was telling my staff last week, Wednesday, that 1% of people in the world, 1% of the world rule the world. 1%. 1% of Nigeria is the one ruling Nigeria. And that's how it will always be. Why? Because those 1% are the ones that are ready to do the work. They are the ones that do something extraordinary. Everybody else does ordinary things. If you continue to do only ordinary things, you will remain ordinary. You will die ordinary. I don't want to be that. Like I keep saying, I want to be immortalized. I want to be gone, and I have... And people knew I came. And I get to heaven, and God told me, well done. You did it like a pro. I want to die empty. I want to die living like, you understand? I want to be studied in universities. Yeah. So I'm not ordinary. So I can't do ordinary things. I can't behave ordinarily. I can't follow ordinary people. I can't have the same characteristics and traits with other people. I can't be slothful. I can't. Because I'm not ordinary. I'm not ordinary. That's why you don't see me give excuses. My leg is paining me today. My hand is paining me. I can't do this because that's what everybody does. That's what ordinary people do. Which makes them remain ordinary and die ordinary. But I am always pushing. If you know me, I'm always pushing. I'm always daring crazy things, big things. Why? Because I know who I am. Who are you? Are you ordinary? Are you every day complain? Well, this is our boss. This is our boss. This is my wife. This is my husband. This is my child. This country. Nothing good for this country. That's all you do every day. You will remain ordinary. Your life will not change. You will continue like that for the rest of your life till you die. You will die. People will be like, this guy, he's so far. But anyway, he born 4, he born 3. Thank God. And you will be turning in the grave or looking at yourself. Those people that used to die, maybe there's be a spirit and you'll be like, no, I should have done more. But I allowed this pain limit me. I allowed my age. For some people, it's age. Do you know how old I am? Do you know how old I am? So you want me to go back and start where? How? That's the regret. Some people, he's my parent or my daddy. That man, he didn't leave me money. Every other parent, they leave their children money. My father did not leave me. My father treated me. That's the excuse. See, what happened to you is not your fault. I'm not saying it's your fault. It's not your fault. But your healing, your moving on, your becoming is your responsibility. If you don't heal from that pain, it's your fault. If you don't move on and become, it's your fault. It's ash, but it's the truth. It's your fault. Because you are giving people too much power. You're giving people too much power over you. You know, oh, he did this to me. Oh, she did this to me. Imagine me every morning. I have 14 outbreaks. Look at what all of them did to me. Oh, hey, 15 abortion, divorce. See what will I move forward in my life? Nah. I'll be on one spot for years. I'll still be singing the same song. 14 men, oh, they broke me. Oh, look at what they did. If not for man, if not for this man, I know where I would have been. It's never too late to start over. Whenever, Yoruba will say, whenever you wake up is your morning. Hey, what's that? What's this in Yoruba? Ìgbàkígbà tó bá jí làárọ̀ ẹ̀. Whenever you wake up, that's your morning. If you woke up at 40 years old, that's your morning. If you woke up at 60, that's your morning. If you woke up at 38, that's your morning. Start from there. Start. The life you have lived before 45. Bye-bye. That life is not serving you. It's not going to take you to where you really want to be. So discard it. Start again. Start from 45. Start from 50. Start. Or else you will continue to have long life. Long life of pain. Long life of complain. Long life of ordinariness. Long life of the same thing over and over. Over and over. I don't know. I don't want to do that. You would say when I die that Arakuda I see. Don't mama. She went through a lot. But yet, despite that, she became. That's how it's done. That's how extraordinary people are made. But you see, the others people that give excuses. My hand. Hey, my head. My leg. It's my eyes, so it's my teeth. If not for my teeth. If not for these teeth. Oh God. What is in becoming? What is being extraordinary? If not that I don't have good health. Sean Stevenson. I don't know how to describe him. Google him. He died as they predicted that he would not live long. He had some faults, you know. He was a dwarf, and they said he was going to die. Let me quickly Google. They said he was going to die before year 1 or something. But this guy lived for so long on a wheelchair. But look at me quoting his name today. So, you know, if not, see, it's an American author and motivational speaker. He was born May 5, 1979, but died August 28, 2019. You know, they didn't give him a chance. The doctor said, you know, see, let me read this Wikipedia stuff. Sean Clinch Stevenson was an American therapist, self-help author, and motivational speaker because he was born with osteogenesis imperfecta. Stevenson stood 3 feet tall. 3 feet. You know what 3 feet tall means? 3 feet tall, had fragile bones, and used a wheelchair. But this man, when Stevenson was born, doctors quickly recognized the signs of the genetic mutation, osteogenesis imperfecta, commonly known as brittle bone disease. Most of his bones had been broken during delivery. He was placed in intensive care at Chicago Children's Hospital, and doctors warned his parents that he might die very soon. He survived, but spent most of his youth in pain and experienced the stunted growth and mobility limitations common for people with osteogenesis, you know, Imperfection. He wrote books. See his books. He wrote 2 books. How Youth Can Succeed. Transforming Dreams into Reality for Young Adults. He wrote it in 2001. Get Off Your Butt. That's his book. Oh. How to End Self-Sabotage and Stand Up for Yourself. You can imagine. Somebody that cannot even stand up. Somebody that is in a wheelchair, that has fragile bones, that is 3 feet tall. He wrote a book that says, get off your butt. You know, so all those excuses are, if not because I'm a sickler, if not for this disease, you can still do something with it. I know Tosin Bokno, at least some of you would know her. She was an OAP. She had, the day she mentioned it on radio, this call her area mama. She's so loud, so funny, so lively on radio. Like, I used to be like, this girl, she has a tiny voice, very funny and all of that. The day she mentioned it on radio that, I have sickle cell, I was like, what? Look at how this lady talks. You have sickle cells. Sickle cell. She got married to a white guy, I think a Frenchman, died about a year after. But we mention her name today. Why? Because despite, when somebody has sickle cell, you'll be having a lot of crisis. Stella says that's the case of one turning one's lemons into lemonade. Absolutely. Nasa Farm, thanks for turning my life around. You're welcome. You're welcome, Chinasa. You understand? So, you don't come and say, oh, if not for this thing, if not for where I'm living that is far. Ha! I know what I would have done with my life. And this is not motivation. You know me, I'm not a motivational speaker. I don't have time for all of that. Even though we all need motivation anyways. But me, I'm a reality speaker. I'm inspirational, yeah. But I also speak in reality. I like to say, that's why I'm mentioning names to you. That's why. And that's why I mentioned somebody in Nigeria too. Because you're Oyinbo. Oyinbo. As because I can hear some people in their mind. Lara, even if he's 3'4", even if he's 3 feet tall, they'll be giving him AIDS. Oyinbo, you will still be living a better life than people here. Here, you can't make it in Nigeria. Everything is tight. It's not true. It's not true. It's your mindset. You have a terrible mindset. That's the reason why you are stuck. That's the reason why you are where you are for the past 10, 15 years. That's the reason. But you keep blaming everybody else except you. If this is you, my sister, my brother, you will continue like this for the next 10 years. Other people will be moving forward like this. Only you'll be there. And you'll be saying, Nigeria is a terrible place. I am unfortunate. I was born unfortunate in a country. I was just unfortunate. You will give stupid excuses. And you will waste your life. You will die ordinary. Don't die ordinary. So, I want you to start writing from today. I want you to assume that today is December 31, 2025. And you are excited. And then probably you come on my live video and you say, Coach Lara, this is the best year of my life. And I'm like, what happened? Wow, congratulations. That's beautiful. Stella, that's beautiful. Steve, that's beautiful. Chinasa, that's beautiful. Ifeanyi, tell me what happened that made this year your best year. Those things you would say, those are the things you need to write down today and start working on. Probably it would be, oh, I got married. Oh, I made 150 million naira. Oh, I got a job in a multinational and I started earning this amount. Oh, I bought this house. I bought a house in Ikoyi. Oh, I, relocated to one country to another country. Oh, I started my business and it was grossing millions of dollars. Oh, whatever that is what you need to start working on from today. So, ladies and gentlemen, my mission here today is accomplished. Don't race against December 31, 2024. I learned a new skill. In what, Katie? Learn a new skill in what? What skill? You have to be specific. Specificity is important. Specificity. In tech, what aspect of tech? You know, tech is vague, is broad. I know me, I'm not a tech person. IT support, good. Good. I don't know if there's still something under IT support because I'm not an IT person, I don't know. But be as specific as possible. I did my master's in Oxford. I studied, business, whatever it is you did or you want to do, write it down. And then start working towards it. Oh, I had 3 masters this year. Oh, I have 2 masters this year. Oh, I have a baby this year. Oh, I had twins this year. Oh, what again? I opened a new business. I got transferred to my, whatever. I got married to the best man that has this specificity. And then write it down. Read it to yourself every day. And then start working towards it. Start working towards it. Start thinking about it. Start expecting it and preparing for it. Don't just write and say, if it happen, it happen. Preparation. Start preparing. Start working towards it. That's what I do. We're going to move into a new office very soon. As of today, we don't have the office space yet. But I'm already out of where I am. I've already planned. I'm already expecting it. I've already designed the place in my head. This person will be here. This thing will be here. I've not found the place. And we'll see that it will happen soon. That's how it works. But ordinary people wait. When we get the office, by then I'll not start thinking. You're ordinary. You won't get nothing done that way. Why? Because there's a lot of things that will stifle it from happening. One of the things that Coach Nfon mentioned, even though I've always known it, but she called it another name. She called it toiling and thinking. Ordinary people toil. The toil of toil. But extraordinary people, they think, but there's the toil of thoughts. I was just smiling. I was like, this is me. Ordinary people chase production. Extraordinary people create. You create things out of nothing. You are always in creation. If you do the school of the mind, I tell you, you are always in creation. With your thoughts, with your behavior, with your attitude, you are always creating. So whatever your life is today, you are the one that created it to this extent. Good or bad. I kid you not. So if you want it to change, you'll still be the one that will create it for change. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope I've been able to convince you and not confuse you that you can be extraordinary. Does anybody have any question, anything you want me to comment on? But if you're still here, first of all, I'm just announcing it for the first time, from January 1st, we are increasing all our rates, all our sessions, healing school, everything we do by 50%. So if you want to sign up for anything next year, this is the best time. You still have between today, November 18th, and December 31st to purchase at the old price on our website. From January 1st, everything increases by 50%. So let's say you want to sign up for healing coaching certification course next year. This is going to put, let me just quickly pay for it. I'll do it next year. All right. Then also, the Life After Divorce program is happening for people that have gone through a broken marriage, or you have been divorced, but you want to move on, you want to heal, you want to learn this effective co-parenting because it's not working. You have been trying it, but it's not working. You are dealing with a toxic ex. It's so difficult for you to start over. You just can't move on. Sign up for Life After Divorce. It's 100,000 naira, or $72. And that will end on November 20th, which is on Wednesday. After Wednesday, it goes back to 150,000 naira or $108. The link is in the bio, or you can just send a DM to make payment for it so that you'll be a part of that class. Look at me. I was divorced, but look at me today. I am remarried, happier, living a life of purpose and identity and inspiration. You can do the same. You can do the same. Let me teach you how. All right? Send a DM. And then if you want to book a session with me too, get into the DM or click the link in the bio. Book a session. It's a 1-hour session on Zoom where you tell me, what's going on with you. Then I'll be able to prefer solutions or recommend more sessions for you or the programs that you should join. All right? If you need guidance in 2025, these things I told you, it's not by mouth. You need guidance. Sign up for any of my programs. Send a DM so that you don't end 2025 rather, the same way you're going to end, or the same way you are like this now in 2024. You get what I mean? All right? Send a DM, click the link in the bio, go to our website. You'll see different programs that you can sign up for. So see you guys on Wednesday. I'm going to be live on Wednesday on YouTube by 9 p.m. Wednesday, 9 p.m. on YouTube. So YouTube name is Dear Coach Lara. Go and subscribe in case you have not subscribed so that you get the notifications of my new videos, and then you know when to go on live. See you on Wednesday, and then Friday, Mondays and Fridays, I come on live 9 p.m. So see you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining my live video today. Have a lovely, lovely night or day, wherever you are.